action. Brody Smith. One of the most exciting podcasts, thumbs up, one of the most exciting podcasts of my life. Getting to be with my boy here before you head off to NC State. 17 years and 6, 7, 8 months, and now our family will never be the same again. So, welcome to the Triple F podcast, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, so half this podcast, let's just treat it like you're just the Triple F kid. Talk about NC State and high school football and how awesome Triple F is, and then we'll move into family stuff. And your mom sent me a list of questions.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. You know how she is. So we got to make sure this is Alicia Smith approved.
All right.
That's the most important part of this whole deal. Why are you so sweaty?
I've been sweating since I woke up. It won't stop. So
That's what happens when you get to be the O-line weight, my friend. We have Timo back here.
Yes, sir.
Timo, this is going to be the first one we're going to put you in.
Yes.
Timo demanded that his American flag be put in here. He's back there on the beach at his palm tree. So
Paradise.
this is going to be flashback to 2000. What year was it, Timo? 2022 Catholic High School. Brody Smith and Timo.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day. I love it.
Day.
All right, Brody. So first off, tell us a little about yourself.
I love Jesus. I love football. I love hanging out with my friends. I like spending time with my family. But I'd say the biggest thing about me is just I love going to church. I love hanging out with Jesus, talking to Jesus. Football is just, I wouldn't say it's my identity because I would say my identity is centered around Christ. But football is a big thing for me that obviously I love. So it gives me connections.
I love it. Well, football. So word on the street is your dad played pro football. So how was that?
Awesome. I mean, just growing up around everybody. I mean, all the players, all the teammates, it kind of showed me what I needed to do when I got older. So it was a really good experience just being able to be around all those guys growing up.
Do you think that was the appropriate environment for a young child?
Not all the time, but I mean, I feel like you kept me around the guys that were more not as rough around the edges, so that I wouldn't be around too much of that bad stuff. But
I saw something the other day. I'm officially, when all our combine guys get here, deleting my Instagram and TikTok because I'm starting to be on it too much. So I have to go through get off of that crap for a few months once I get all these guys in the house. Back in action, we had a little technical difficulty, plus Brody changed clothes, so he's a little sweaty. The big fella's a little sweaty. But yeah, so I saw something. TikTok and Instagram does have good things because it gives me my little quotes that I do like. I saw something that said, accept everybody for who they are, but place them in your life appropriately. And you are the CEO of your life. So I did try to do that to the best of my ability as a father when I was in the league of, all right, these guys are animals, but David was a man after God's own heart. So many people in Scripture had flaws. I don't judge anybody, but there were certain types of men that I wanted around you guys, and I did try my best to not put you around too much crazy stuff. But you probably definitely got the worst of it because you were the oldest. All right, so then transition out. Do you want to play pro football one day?
yes, 100%. 100%.
And would you think it'd be cool for your children to live the same life that you lived?
Yes.
Well, don't be having them anytime soon.
All right.
Unless you fall in love with a beautiful young lady in Raleigh, North Carolina. What do you think about that, Timo?
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. I love that.
Possible.
If you find a woman that you love, marry her, have as many babies as quick as possible, just like we did. I'm a big fan of having babies young. All right, so then boom. So how did you like growing up? I know your childhood, so I don't have to ask you as many questions. I can just ask you what you liked about it. How did you like our whole career when you would go to school where I was playing and then obviously come back here to AL Lots, West Valley, all of that for half the year?
I feel like a lot of people probably wouldn't like that, but I actually liked it because I think it set me up for later in life. Like getting when I move, when I'm about to go to college right now, it's gonna be a lot easier for me to make friends and stuff. Because just moving around all the time when I was young, and also I got to make so many friends. I had so many friends growing up. I'd be in Tennessee on the phone with somebody from California, or the opposite. So it was just awesome.
That is cool. That was always my hope, is that you guys would be comfortable in environments that made other people uncomfortable, because you had to walk into so many rooms as young kids that had people that like California, I don't know if there's any other white kids in your classes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like kids, Silicon Valley, California to Buffalo, New York, obviously the northeastern part of the country, people are different. Then we obviously finished up in Atlanta, which I think felt the most like home, probably.
Yeah.
But that was always my hope is that for you guys in life, whether it be in business or in football or whatever, when you walked into these rooms of people you'd never met before, you'd been there before. That uncomfortable feeling in your stomach of being in a room full of people that you had to build a relationship with would be more normal for you guys. So it's cool to hear you say that. Some of my stuff worked out okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then transitioned out, got back. Started your freshman year officially. No more NFL football. So how has it been living in Knoxville full time?
I enjoyed it. I got to see Kenny all the time, which is my best friend. If y'all don't know, Kenny Simon, he has actually moved up to Nashville now, so I don't get to see him as much. But getting to hang out with him all the time was awesome. I mean, I just got to hang out with all my Knoxville buddies all the time. Honestly, I'd say I kind of grew apart from my buddies in other states, but I still keep in touch with them and stuff. So I think it was just awesome getting to hang out with my Knoxville buddies whenever I wanted.
I love it. That's what's cool about life is it's all about seasons, right? Like this person God intended for this season of your life. Whether it's all your boys from Buford, Tyler, all those guys, you'll be playing against them, obviously, in the future, probably. But you'll see them, and it'll be, like you never missed a beat, even though you don't talk to them as much. But then there's that crew of, mine is Ray and Debo and some of those guys. That's your Kenny. That's like your dude that for life, like you guys are just, y'all are like brothers. I was talking to Kev, his dad, the other day about how special y'all's relationship is, which is cool. Kenny's my buddy. And then Little Smooch and that whole crew. All right, so then college recruiting started. Tell me a little bit about college recruiting. I know at the end you were over it.
Yeah, at the end I was so over it. Like it just like I was getting blown up all the time, and I had to answer these calls that I didn't want to answer and stuff, especially from certain schools that like I knew I wasn't going to go there. Like some of the smaller schools, which no offense to a smaller school, but like some of the smaller schools that were just hitting me up a lot. It was just like I don't want to be disrespectful, but I don't really want to respond. You know what I mean?
I do.
But yeah, recruiting was crazy. I mean, once I actually got to take the decision to finish it all and finalize it all, like that was awesome. It took so much weight off my shoulders, and I finally feel at home. So
And obviously, with how much, your Nana works at UT. Obviously, we love Coach Hype, Coach Ellerby, everything over there. Was it weird for you with all that Tennessee, with just how much you loved all their coaches and being home, and everybody expected you to go there, and then Nana working there for the last. We won't talk about how old Nana is, but she's been there a
yeah, she's
while.
been there a
She's
while.
not a
Yeah.
spring chicken anymore. We love you, Ange. But how was that of the uncomfortableness of having to make a decision not to go to Tennessee when you in your gut felt like you were supposed to be at NC State?
It was weird, honestly, because I knew like everybody around town was gonna like. I mean, I still get asked all the time, like, "Why didn't you go to Tennessee? Why didn't you go to Tennessee?" And I just honestly just didn't think it was the best thing for me. I mean, it was a hard, about cuts, but it was a hard decision because friggin' I just had a good relationship with all the coaches over there. I mean, the facilities are so nice. I mean, I would have been able to stay home with all my buddies. I mean, with my parents, like, everything would have just been so much more comfortable.
Right.
But I just think that the uncomfortable decision was the right decision, and that was to go to NC State.
I love it. And Coach Tujay, your guy.
My dog.
Yep. Coach. And then Coach Goebel is there, who actually was one of the coaches at Marshall way back in the day. Your mom babysat his kids, so it's cool how God just comes full circle. By the time this releases, Ja will be making a decision. So
Yep.
we just had a conversation about Jaheim and the transfer portal and just all the crazy stuff with you guys and the places you end up when God has kind of got his hands in it is really cool. So obviously the Tennessee offensive line and whatever other positions, swimming in my pool, and all the memories that would have been made in our backyard would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of you for making a decision that you felt was best for you and not what you thought everybody else would want. That's a hard thing for a 17-year-old kid to make a decision that you know is best for you and your development. So, and that's not because the one place wasn't. Just
Yeah.
trusting your gut and feeling that is pretty cool, dude. Most guys wouldn't have made that decision with a clear head and mature mind like you did, especially all this money and all this crazy stuff. So let's talk about that. For all the people out there, this NIL world, like how does it feel to be 17 years old and obviously we're not going to talk about numbers or anything
Yeah.
on here, but how does it feel to be 17 years old and have an opportunity to make significant money and set yourself up for the rest of your life because you're pretty good at playing football?
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, obviously, I don't remember it because I was so little, but you always talking about how you were working just all the time, just because you had to make money for us, you know? So now that we have the opportunity to make money ourselves because of our name, image, and likeness, I just think it's an awesome opportunity.
Well, for starters, all my sorry ass teammates were not working like me. I had to do that shit because I had 100 kids and a wife as a teenager and in college. So just don't do that, and you would have been fine. But yes, even all of us, if we wanted to have a little extra money in our pocket or drive a decent car, we had to work, or your family had to send you money. So the opportunity you guys have, like I tell everybody out there that complains about NIL, I love Josh Heupel. I think Josh Heupel is an unbelievable human being. I think he's an unbelievable leader. I think Tennessee's culture from the head coach position is as good as anywhere in the country. But if Coach Heupel walks out there on Saturday afternoon by himself with no players, nobody's coming.
Yeah.
If Josh Heupel gets COVID and can't coach, 100,000 people are showing up.
Yeah.
People are showing up to watch the players play. And it's my opinion, from a guy that donated plasma to get through college, that if 100,000 people are showing up to watch 22, 32, 40 probably get playtime on Saturday afternoons, then those kids deserve to be the ones rewarded. That's who people are showing up to watch play. Obviously, it's a complete dumpster fire right now, and they have no control over it. But it's nice for Brody Smith.
Yes, it is.
And they'll get it. They'll get a handle on it probably, hopefully, after you're out, of how to make it the right way. Make Nick Saban the commissioner and make it like the NFL and do it right. But right now, it's cool for you guys that have a good support system and have a brain to handle it the right way and get yourself started ahead in life. All right, so let's talk about this. I'll talk to you about something uncomfortable. Talk to Mikey about this, and I've heard it my whole life, and I still hear it from people. Man, if I would have been, I would have played this, or if out of this, or out of that. So when you are blessed genetically to where, as humbly as I can put this, you're just better than everybody. At a young age, now obviously that comes to an end sooner or later, unless your name's Trent Williams or Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
But when you grow up that way, and you obviously have genetic gifts, and you have some family that played sports at a high level. But what are some things that in your mind you think that people might not realize when it comes? Is it pressure? Is it trying to be perfect all the time? Is it feeling like there's this expectation that everybody has of you that you have to live up to all the time? Like, what are the things that, from your standpoint as a 17-year-old, that people might not realize when you're born in this body?
Yeah, I would say even from a young age, like I would be betting with kids. Like I know this is crazy to say now, but like I remember in elementary school, I bet a kid $1,000,000. I was like, I bet you $1,000,000 I'll start Bearden High School basketball, and it just felt like I had like that was like I had to be able to start in that. And I feel like it's kind of the same thing. Like I have to play in the NFL. Like I have to. Like there's no way around it. Like I have to do it.
Yeah, so you don't have to. First off, we won't go
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
have a father son talk later about that. But I see what you're saying, and I felt the same way. It's like it's because you feel like you failed if you didn't,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of pressure that people don't understand. No offense to everyone else in the world, and people can get mad, and you can email me, Kevin at triplefsports.com, or Timo at triplefsports.com. Please feel free to email me with your complaints, but people just don't get it. My pet peeve is when people say what they would do in someone else's shoes. I have no idea what I would do in someone else's shoes. I know what I would do in Lee Smith's shoes because that's what I've done up to this point. And I hope to be better husband, father, all the stuff I screwed up with you. You got to figure out and heal from on your own. You're gone, but try to be better for your brother and be better for your sisters. But it's something that people don't realize, the weight of the pressure of, like, my grandfather played pro football, my dad played pro football. I have to. You don't have to, but inside of you, that's the way you feel, of like, I have to do these things because that's what's expected and that's what the standard is in my family. And it's a lot, man. And I think that causes a lot of things, and your worth gets tied up in it. And it's a lot. So we'll talk about that later. But,
All right.
but I love you, and I appreciate you saying that because it's real because that's the way guys in our world, so to speak, feel all the time, and anything short of that then becomes a failure, and that's actually not the truth. But it's cool that you said that. I love it. All right, what are you, Brody Smith, the most excited about? I'm gonna try not to tear up.
All right.
Leaving the house for the first time. What are you the most excited about?
I would say just having my own place. Like, well, even though I'll have like my four roommates at first, but I'll have my own room and like it'll still feel like my own place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then just also being able to just chill with four dudes that we're all tight in the same room. Like we live together now. Just all that stuff. Like it's just so exciting. Like I
That's
just
pretty
can't
much the
wait.
way you live at our house most of the time.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But just the freedom of knowing like this dorm room you earned. It's yours.
Yeah.
Your bedroom at our house, I guess I earned.
Yeah.
Your mom did by putting up with my shit. So now it's like this is your place. Like this is your dorm room. This is like you boys based off of the hard work you did in football. Like you earned this space together. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's cool. I never thought about it like that. Yeah, it's your space and just hanging out with the boys. Phew. God, dear Lord, please be there for these idiots in their growth as young men on their own as teenagers. Amen.
Amen.
So now, what are you the most nervous about?
I would say like
First off, sorry to interrupt you. What are you the most nervous about outside of football?
okay. What am I outside of football? Probably just like not living with my mom anymore. That'd probably be the
Yes.
biggest thing because it's
Well,
gonna be really weird. Like I'm gonna be calling her all day. Like I'm gonna be walking to the grocery store. Like I don't know where to find anything, so I'm just gonna be calling her all the time.
well, we won't have too much father talk on here, but you get free food.
Yeah, that's true.
So go to the grocery store. I don't think is necessary. I would probably.
But still, what if I need some more towels or some shades for the winter, just something like that? Like I'm not gonna know where to get it. That's I'll call mom.
Well, it's good. So I call your mom in the grocery store still, so I don't know if that's ever going to change. Find a good woman. Actually, what I do when I go to the grocery store is I find a woman, and it always has to be a woman of a certain age that isn't easy to look at because I don't want to seem like I'm hitting on her or whatever. It's like an old grandma type lady.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
it just
ma'am,
knows where
where's
everything's at.
yeah, ma'am, where's the Tony Sashers or where's the whatever? And they always know because I still have no idea where the shit is. Yeah, so being without your mom, I was with Mark Can, one of my college quarterbacks, and he wouldn't mind if I share this story. He lives in Spartanburg, so me and Coach Kevin were coming back from Columbia a few weeks ago, and I remember Mark, and I stopped by Mark's house and saw him and Sarah and their kids, and just hadn't seen. Mark was like one of my Buford boys, somebody that I don't talk to every day, but we played college football together for 4 years. We're like brothers. So we stopped by and seen him, and he was like, Lee, when I hugged my mom, I had like a 50-yard walk from my mom and dad's car to the front room of the dorms, the towers at Marshall. He said I cried the whole way. He's like, I didn't know why. I felt so soft, but it was like, I did, man. He's like, because we were talking about you and you leaving. He's like, I cried the whole way.
I remember when I was down on my Purdue OV, Coach Boss told me, he was like, man, that whole first week of college, I cried in my bed every night.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And most men don't want to admit those kind of things, but there's something special about mothers. And obviously, fathers have a different role, but especially when you're a damn good mom like your mom is, and would burn the entire world down for you guys. Just not having mama around is it's definitely gonna be different for you, my friend.
Yeah.
Definitely be different for you because I would, if you call me and ask where, like what'd you call me that one day in Home Depot?
Oh, yeah.
What was my advice?
Just find somebody or something like
Yeah,
that.
just figure it out.
Just figure it out, yeah.
Whereas your mom's like, all right, do you see the aisle where it says this
Yeah.
and that? And then she's,
sure.
because she just can't. It's just a mama for you, man. It's awesome. You got a badass mom. All right, now what are you most worried about football wise?
I would say like not long term because I know I'll get adjusted to it, but like at the beginning of my first couple practices is getting used to the speed because I know it's gonna be so much faster.
Yeah. And the the thing is, I'll never forget and I didn't look like you. I was obviously a tight end, and when I got to Tennessee, there was a guy named Aaron Sears. I think I told you this story before. And Robert Ayers, who's now my dog, Robert. But I got over there and I was heavily recruited like you and all these things. And I thought I was awesome and blah, blah, blah. And it was our first day of practice. And I saw Robert Sears run around and I thought, oh my God, I am in trouble. Because I knew that we didn't get to early enroll back then.
Yeah.
So I had 2 months until the season started. And I wasn't a grown man and they were. And the good news for you is you're a grown man already, size wise. And you're a lot more gifted than I was, and a lot bigger and more athletic. So hopefully it won't be as big. But I'll never forget my freshman year. Went down to Miami, played against Calais Campbell, and he beat my ass the whole day. And I thought, good Lord, have mercy! I got to get in the weight room this off season. Shout out to Calais. I think he's still playing, for crying out loud. Calais is probably 40-something years old. Calais Campbell.
It's crazy.
One of the best dudes on the planet. But yeah, I think you'll be in much better shape than what I was and what most people are, just because God gifted you and made you so big and athletic that you're already so far ahead of the game. It's not like you're undersized. All right, NC State, Raleigh. All right, let's talk about. So Brody Smith's never been the girlfriend type. Brock's a little lover boy. He's in love. He's so whipped, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad for his dad and big bro, but we're going to let him live because, we love his little girlfriend and their family, and they're awesome, and they're good kids. But never been a big girlfriend guy. Do you think that might change in college? What are your thoughts? Would you like to have a girlfriend in college?
Yes.
You think it would empower you to be a better version of yourself if you found a girl?
Yes, because I think it would give me some. Okay, this sounds bad. Like I wouldn't only get a girlfriend for this reason. But it would be, it would be some motivation. Like okay, like I gotta make it for her. You know what I mean? Like I gotta work harder in the gym for her. You know what I mean? It's just stuff like that.
So you're too much like your father. But yes, I got arrested and kicked out of Tennessee, and we won't talk about the other things that happened. And the minute I married your mom and then she got pregnant with you, there's something about manhood and that when other people are relying on you as a man that you're once again, you're so far ahead as a young man and you're just such a good kid and you're so fired up for Jesus that you're going to definitely be better off than me. I don't plan on you getting arrested. Do you plan on getting arrested?
No.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, when you're a man and when you understand biblically that your role is to take care of a woman and provide for her, and that doesn't just mean the car and the house like I used to think it meant.
Yeah.
It means protecting her. But yeah, 100%. And no, you shouldn't just get a girlfriend for that, but it makes perfect sense when you have a woman that you view and love and see that might be the mother of your children one day. Of course, it's a motivation. Are you kidding me? All right, and then finally, you always tell me you don't want to take over Triple F one day.
No offense.
Every time we do the sneaker ball and I get up there and speak, you're like, that looks awful. I would never do that.
Yeah.
So, which is perfectly fine with me. What do you see Brody Smith, and maybe it's I don't know. I don't know is fine. What do you see Brody Smith's life looking like without football?
I just want to use the money that I make to help people that don't have any. So like going to places like Haiti, Costa Rica. I've played. Well, I haven't been to Haiti yet, but I've been to Costa Rica, and it just felt like I was meant to be down there when I was down there. So I think like my life calling is just to help people that can't help themselves.
Well, that's a proud dad moment. I don't care how many pancakes you have. That means more to me than anything. So that's what I would encourage you to do through this journey is you are my son and you do have shithead qualities to where you will not do as good of a job taking care of yourself as you will taking care of others. So until that woman comes along like your mother did and saves your life, like your mother saved mine, everything you do, think about those kids in Haiti. Think about those kids in Costa Rica because you are hardwired, unfortunately, being from me to have this ultimate desire to provide and take care of others. So when those days come in camp, your freshman year, you're like, this is awful. I just got a guy just ran by me and I don't know how it happened, but it was so fast I don't know what happened. Just always know and it's real that like every single step of the way, if it is God's plan for your life with the gift of football that he gave you, every day is working towards using the gift that God gave you. And it doesn't, listen, it's a God's plan whether you play pro football or not. Right? There's a lot of things that could happen, injuries, knock on wood, and things. You're a high draft pick if you stay healthy. But if it's not God's plan, it's not God's plan. But don't let it be God's plan and let yourself get derailed because there's nothing you're fighting for without a woman and without somebody that you're trying to take care of, because you are actually trying to take care of thousands of people in third world countries. That's been your passion since. Shout out to Derek Hunt, freshly stepped down because he's the best man on the planet and chose his family over football, which most men would never do. And one of the main reasons that we live in Maryville, moved to Maryville, was Derek Hunt and the man he is. But I think when he took the Maryville football team on that Costa Rica trip, you knew in that moment, this is what God wants me to do.
Yeah.
You came home talking about it. And I feel like a lot of people come home from mission trips and it's like, I'm going to be a missionary.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not. You just got your heartstrings and, there's other ways you can serve. But for you, I was even convicted as your dad of like, there's some realness to this. Like, you might freaking move to Costa Rica one day.
Yeah.
So just use that fuel until you find a beautiful woman that's counting on you. Preferably not a child you're responsible for taking care of, until it's with the woman you're responsible for taking care of.
Yeah.
But think about that, man. I think that's something cool to write down or keep in your phone of like, I want to use God's gift to serve others. And I hate to be this way, but financial resources can help a lot of people. And football pays really well. And God gave you a huge gift. And if you just in those really hard times think, all right, it's not Brody Smith right now, it's all these people that I can help down the line, I think that would be big for you, because there's going to be moments coming up where you are crying in your bed. There's going to be moments coming up where you're just so uncomfortable. You're in a what's the freshman English class called, Timo?
Seminar?
It was called Seminar 101 or something?
Yeah, like freshman seminar.
Freshman seminar with 300 people at
Mhm.
NC State, and it's like just then you got to go to practice, and then the guy runs by you for the first time. You're like, holy shit, that was really fast. I don't know where he went. And then the next play, he runs right through your mouth, and now you land on your back, and it's like, oh god, okay, so now I got beat by speed, and I got my teeth ran through for the first time, and freshman English sucks, and my mom's gone, and I don't know where the freaking salt is at the Kroger. Like da 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 da, and then it's like your brain and your mind, and it's your freshman year, man. It's what happens to all of us, and that's another thing people don't realize is when you go away to college, it's one thing if you join, Pi Sigma Te or whatever the hell it's called, with all the other future accountants, like compared to playing pro football or college football and having to be there at 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. with Thunder and all those guys. So I'm excited for you, man. I love you more than anything on this entire planet. I'm proud of you. I'm excited to watch you flourish. I'm ready to kick your ass out. Your mom is in a deep depression.
Yeah.
But I'm ready because I know God has unbelievable special plans for your life. I've known it since you were little. And regardless of the ups and downs that come with being a 17-year-old on your own in the first time as a college football player, with all the distractions and just how much Satan tries to affect those locker rooms because of the impact that football players can have on communities and schools and everything, it's not going to be perfect. You're not going to be perfect. It's impossible to be perfect. But I know that these next year, 2 years, 3 years, that you're going to be coming home and me and your mom are going to be like, where did our son go? Look at this grown-ass man. That's awesome. So I'm excited for you, buddy. I love you. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Me and Brock will hold it down in our house that is now outnumbered by estrogen. So me and Brock will hold it down until hopefully he flies off too to whatever God has planned for him, and I'll protect your mama and love on your sisters and take care of them. And I'm sure they will be coming to see you more often than what I probably anticipate. Addison is Montgomery Ridge. What is it? Middle intermediate school.
Intermediate.
Addison Smith will not be at school all next week.
Why?
Because she wants to go with her big brother to move him in.
Oh.
So all you people in Maryville, don't be sending me the truancy letters and all that crap. I don't care. All right, we can post that, Timo, as a TikTok hot take. All right, my baby wants to go with her big bro because she's not going to get to live with him ever again. So by God, I'm going to let her. And if the school police want to call me, that's okay. Email Timo at triplefsports.com. All right. Love you, buddy. Proud of you, man. Cut. This is like the part after the movies where people sit around for the little like extra part for the next movie that's coming out or whatever, and then sometimes it never comes. It makes me mad. Sitting there like looking at all these people's names, and then the other part never comes. But here's that part because my wife told me to ask a question that I now forgot. So here we go. We ready?
Mm-hmm.
Brody Smith
Yes.
from Alicia Smith. Every single chance you have to come home in college, are you going to?
No. Most chances. Like, I would say like 90% of the breaks I have, I would be home.
Would you be willing right now to sign a contract that says 90%? Because your mother will get your schedule. She will know the exact amount of days you have off. She will talk to your coaches. See what I'm saying? So
I think it would be more like this.
so don't
Like,
overcommit.
Okay, I don't think I would be home or away the whole break. I think it'd be like, all right, at the beginning of the break, I'm going to go with Kenny to an Airbnb in, I don't know, Nashville for 2 or 3 days, and then I'll come home for 4 or 5 days, something like that.
Early bowl games, you got to be home for Christmas.
That's not negotiable.
All right. Well, okay. All right. I think Alicia will be happy with that. So
If I can be home for Christmas, I'll be home for Christmas.
if not, guess what? When you play pro football, nobody gets to celebrate Christmas with you until after the new year anyway, so our family's used to it. The longer the Christmas tree can stay up, the better in my house. We're celebrating Christmas with you and your nana and grandpa tonight because Tennessee had a late bowl game. So from now on, it'll just be with you. We'll celebrate Christmas morning with whoever's left. And then little Chubby will be the last one standing one day.
Yep.
Well, unless Amanda stays around the nest. She might. We'll see. All right, there you go, Leash. He will be home for Christmas, non-negotiably. Every other break he has, he's going to split it up with Kenny, friends, beach, being a college kid in his off time. And then he's going to come home and see you. If you don't like that, Alicia, please email Timo at triplefsports.com. Love everybody. Bye.